This is the Berman Method podcast featuring Dr. Jake Berman and physician assistant Jenny Berman. We are here to treat problems and not symptoms. Disclaimer, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and not to treat anyone or to give medical advice. If you are interested in any information that we are giving and would like to use this for yourself, we recommend that you contact your primary care physician or reach out to us and ask us questions about yourself specifically. Enjoy!
And we're rolling, baby. Rolling. The Berman Method podcast, where we are focused on treating problems and not symptoms. You should look at Jenny's face right now. I wish you could see it. She is cringing.
Your singing is so beautiful.
The voice of an angel.
Our windows didn't shatter, so that's the positive.
Dr. Jake Berman here with my beautiful bride,
Jenny Berman, physician assistant.
And we're here to answer a couple of more questions. State of the Union, just talk about some other things too, and hopefully give you a little bit of entertainment.
All right. Happy Monday.
Yeah. Speaking of happy, let's start right out of the gate. We've got 2 big birthdays this week.
Yay! Yes, I love birthdays. I love celebrating. You like the cake.
I love the cake.
Yes.
Especially cookie cakes.
Yep.
2 big birthdays. One is my mother.
Jake's mom.
Happy birthday, Nana Nehemiah.
Nana Nehemiah. Diana.
Yep.
So happy birthday to her.
And the other is
our nephew, Hudson. Happy birthday, Hudson.
Happy birthday, Hudson.
Hudson's in Nashville, or right outside of Nashville. So we're wishing from afar this year, but we will see them soon.
Cool.
Yeah. Any other birthdays this week? You might have a birthday coming up.
Yeah, that's next week though, right?
No, I think it's a couple of weeks from now.
2 weeks?
Yes.
Like a week and a half.
Oh.
Come on.
True. Okay.
I get a whole birthday 2 weeks to celebrate.
True. Or a month.
Birthday month.
Whatever you'd like. So yeah, August is fun. All right. So we have birthdays. What else? Are we jumping into our questions or talking more State of the Union?
No, let's do State of the Union real quick and we'll get into questions. So we're going strong through August. We've got workshops coming up next week. This is the second to last month that we'll be doing summer workshops. So make sure you check out our socials and our emails and see what the topics are. We're doing workshops in all 3 categories: golf, health and wellness, physical therapy. These are in-person workshops and virtual workshops, so you can sign up for them. And if you can't make the day and time, sign up for them anyways, because we send out recordings within 24 hours. You'll get the recording of the workshop. So make sure you check that out. Also, our posture machine is up and running, and we are scanning people left and right. It's called 3DM. We also will try to link. I've got a video that we can link in the show notes where you can click on it and get a little more visual on exactly what the equipment is. But people are loving it, giving you some objective data to see, oh man, this is what my posture really is objectively. Oh man, this is what my movement pattern really is. That's why my knee hurts. That's why my back hurts. It's been amazing.
If you missed the podcast last week, we talked a lot about the 3DM machine and what it does and how it works and the fact that it does not have any radiation related to it. So go back to last week's podcast and take a listen if you want to hear more about it. But yes, we can try to post a video in the show notes. That would help.
Yeah. The new facility is up and running up in Bonita. We are seeing golfers. We are kicking some ass up there, getting people some major distance improvements up in the Bonita location. It is within the True Spec location. So it's right at 41 and Old 41 where they come together. If you Google True Spec, Bonita, True Spec in Bonita, that is where we're at. We're subleasing some space from them, and it's been fun. It's technically our soft opening. We're going to plan on doing a more hard opening probably mid-October, when the vast majority of our clients get back down here, we'll do a celebration and cater it and music and have some fun. So that's going in the right direction.
Yeah, you have screens up there.
Screens?
Yeah, what are they? Like the simulator? I'm like performing golf over here in my chair.
A visual with her hands like a golf swing.
So a simulator.
Yes. Simulator.
So you can see the distance people are hitting off the tee and
in real time.
Yes. Doing your little mechanic stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little mechanic stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
I love all the technical words when it comes to golf, but more golf performance, not golf lessons.
It's only golf performance. All I'm doing is getting your body moving better so that you can generate more power and then transfer that power into the golf ball. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to help you straighten the ball out or get a draw or anything like that. I'm going to help you generate more power so the ball goes farther. Then once your body does move better, then you can go to your pro and get fine-tuned. But it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. These past couple of weeks, actually have been working with a completely demographic than what I'm used to, because we're now working with a handful of single-digit handicappers, scratch golfers, like really, really good golfers, people that are driving the ball and carrying it 260, 270, 280. So that's not total roll and everything like that. And they're getting improvements. So it doesn't matter what age you are, this method works. It's not a technique, it's a method. So anyways.
Cool. So that's the golf new location up in True Spec. And the idea is that Berman Health and Wellness will be there in January as well. So we'll have a second location for our nutrition and functional medicine aspect of our to-dos also.
Yes, there's a huge demand for your health and wellness services up there. So we've got a whole room allocated to where your services will be allocated. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else before we move on to what we're actually supposed to talk about?
I don't think I have anything on my end. So more questions that people have posted to our socials or to the emails for questions that we can answer on the podcast. And if you have any specific questions, feel free, message us on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, to the Berman Health and Wellness page, or to the Berman Physical Therapy page, or the Berman Golf page. Berman Golf does have their own podcast where they talk strictly about golf. What's it called?
The Long Balls Golf Podcast.
The Long Balls Golf Podcast. So that's more specific to golf, but if you have any physical therapy or health and wellness questions, we're happy to answer them if you submit to us or send them via email, which will also be in the show notes that you can reach out to us. So am I starting?
Yes, please. So we're picking up with most frequently asked questions. And yours for today is?
What is better for me, strength training or cardiovascular training? And how long should I do it at a time? And I think this is a wonderful question. And I could probably do a whole entire 30-minute podcast on it by itself. But to go through that in simple terms, strength training and cardiovascular training are both very important. However, it does not mean that you need to spend 30 minutes on a elliptical, 45 minutes on a Stairmaster, 30 minutes on a treadmill, 45 minutes on a bicycle. We don't need to be spending long amounts of times on any particular cardiovascular machine. Walking 5 miles, walking for 2 hours. This type of cardiovascular exercise is great that you're able to do it, but it's not actually providing us a whole lot of benefit when it comes to building muscle mass and helping our overall metabolism. The more muscle mass we have, the longer we will live. I mean, it comes down to that because it's several reasons broken up. So the first thing is The more muscle mass we have, obviously, the stronger we are. The stronger we are, the more we're able to do for a longer period of time. If we're keeping up with strength training every year, we are better this year than we were last year because we're a year older bones, year older muscles, but our strength is the same or more. So we're actually stronger than we were last week. So that's important so we can continue to get ourselves off of the toilet, get ourselves off of the floor, get out of bed, lift things that we want to lift throughout the house, reach into the cabinet. All of that is very important to help with longevity. On another side, though, where some of us may not really care what we're doing 50 years from now, is what is it doing for my body right now? The more strength and the more muscle mass our body has, the higher our metabolic rate, which means our body is burning more calories at rest when we have more lean muscle mass. So we can actually burn more throughout the day and maintain a better muscle to fat ratio. So that's another really important aspect of having more strength training. Now, of course, cardiovascular is important for your heart and for heart function and for the brain, actually, because we want to be able to get that oxygen to the heart and to the brain. But we can do that with strength training. You can do interval training with weights that will actually work in the cardiovascular aspect without having to work out for 2 hours because you've done an hour on the cardio machine and then an hour of strength training.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I know that there are a ton of people listening to this going, oh my gosh, what the hell did she just say? She just said that cardiovascular exercise is not important. But I want to clarify, yep, that's the face that you should be making. She's making this face saying, that's not really what I said. However, I do want to get more layman's and be as clear as possible where these are all generalities, right? And what we're trying to say is we're looking at the cardio queens that are on the elliptical, that are on the treadmill for 45 to 60 minutes at a time, and they're thinking that they're doing their body good. And what you're telling me is they could be doing their body much better if they did a high intensity interval training type resistance training, right? Mm-hmm. So do a bunch of squats, do some burpees, do some thrusters, do those things where your body's moving much more aggressively at a higher pace. And you're accomplishing both things. You're doing resistance training and you're doing cardiovascular training. Am I hearing you right?
Right. And, not to say that you should never get on the elliptical or the bicycle or the treadmill, because we should. We should utilize it for a warm up or for cool down, spend 10, 15, 20 minutes on these machines to get the muscles either going or cooled off, because it's dual purpose, right? You're getting a warm up or you're getting a cool down and you're getting some cardiovascular work. You're still moving your body. But if we had to choose between strength training or cardiovascular training, and our time limit for exercise was very limited, if we only had 30 minutes in our day to work out, we should be doing some strength training with the higher intensity, meaning higher reps, lower weight, moving a little bit quicker, taking less rest time to allow for that cardiovascular component while you're doing the strength training as well. Strength training doesn't have to be heavy lifting. We don't have to be deadlifting 200 pounds. We don't have to be bench pressing 275 to do strength. We can lift less weight with higher reps and still target strength and cardio.
Okay, good. So now we're getting a little more clear on numbers. So what you're saying is you're not saying don't do cardio at all, because we both do 20 minutes of cardio before we do any resistance training every single day. However, the purpose of it is we're really trying to get our body warmed up because we just woke up, right? It's 4:30 in the morning. So we're trying to get blood flowing so that we don't injure ourselves when we do resistance training. And we are also doing the cardio component. So we are getting the heart race or the heart warmed up and stressing the cardiovascular system. However, I think this is the part that will make a lot of sense for a lot of people is the vast majority of people you correct me if I'm wrong, however, the vast majority of people that are doing cardio exercise are really not doing cardio exercise. And what I mean by that is they're doing the same exact heart rate for a very extended period of time. Meaning if you do 30, 45 minutes on the elliptical, just to say you did 30 or 45 minutes on the elliptical, it's really defeating the purpose of saying that you did a cardio workout versus when you do interval training where I'm going to go really fast on the elliptical for 20 seconds and then I'm going to rest for 30 seconds. Then go really fast and hard for 20 seconds and then rest for 30 seconds. And you keep doing this interval training on, off. There's no way that you're going to make it 30 minutes doing that. Am I hearing you right?
Right. And, this can be very controversial. And of course, every individual is different on what they actually need to be able to reach their calorie deficit, if that's their goal, or not for strength training, if that's their goal. But you're correct. And if we are doing an exercise, a sustained exercise where our heart rate is, say, just for example, 100 beats per minute, meaning it's higher than our normal resting heart rate, which may be 70, but we're at 100 beats per minute for 30 minutes, it's not going to be as cardiovascular beneficial or calorie expenditure, meaning calorie burning beneficial as somebody or something that's where your heart rate goes up to 130 and then comes down to 100, goes up to 130, comes down to 100 for a shorter period of time. That is correct.
So let's do an extreme then and just say, would you rather me do 30 minutes on the elliptical or 10 minutes of burpees where I did 30 seconds of burpees, rest for 30 seconds, 30 seconds of burpees, rest for 30 seconds? Which one would you rather me do? 10 minutes of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off of burpees, or 30 minutes on the elliptical?
Generally speaking, the burpee episode, but again, it really is difficult to say that for everyone because everybody's body reacts differently and needs different things. But generally speaking, to do the 10 minutes of burpees and then 20 minutes of another type of strength training with interval training would be more ideal for the general population.
Okay, so now we're starting to get somewhere because we're putting names and numbers to things. So, okay, yes, we're doing a generality thing here. However, I can tell you from experience, if I did 30 seconds of burpees and rest for 30 seconds and I repeated that for 10 minutes, by the time 6 minutes rolls around, I'm hating life. But if I get on an elliptical, I can get to 15, 20 minutes and go, oh, yeah, I can make it to 30 minutes. I mean, kind of bored. I hope there's a good TV show on or something. I hope Sports Center is on.
Haven't broke a sweat yet.
Yeah.
But it, again, depends on the intensity of it. If we go back to the elliptical where you're doing 10 minutes of very high resistance, high speed for 30 seconds, coming down for 30 seconds, going back and forth, that's also very different than doing a sustained, lower intense 30-minute elliptical ride.
Okay.
So again, this can all be very individualized. There's some individuals who do need more sustained cardiovascular training for XYZ reasons, but generally speaking for the population, interval training with strength is going to be much more beneficial than sustained cardio at a lower intensity.
Okay. Since we're on the topic, can I talk about my pet peeve?
Sure.
Getting on the treadmill, increasing the incline on the treadmill, and then hanging on to the damn handles.
Yeah.
What the heck? That defeats the purpose of the incline.
Right.
Because now your body is just reclining with the incline.
Right.
So you're just working on your grip strength. The whole purpose of increasing the incline on a treadmill is to not hold on so that you're pushing your body up the incline. don't hold on to the damn handles. Now, I'm not saying don't hold on if you got balance issues, hold on. But I'm not saying hold on so that your body's now reclining. I mean, this just drives me nuts.
Right. I agree. Not only is it defeating the purpose of the cardiovascular exercise of the incline to work, but it also is bad for your back. Just saying.
Same thing's true for the Stairmaster. If you're going to be on the Stairmaster, stand upright and climb the damn stairs. Quit leaning over on the handles.
Right.
Stand up. Elevate your body against the damn stairs.
And on the other side of that, if your arms are moving, you're actually doing more. Your heart rate's going to get higher. You're going to burn more. You're going to have a better cardiovascular workout if your arms are moving.
Oh my gosh.
That's why the elliptical is challenging for a lot of people, because it utilizes the arms too. So every muscle in the body is getting worked and fatigued as opposed to just the legs.
It's funny you say that, because in our gym in particular, the Stairmaster and the treadmills are by far more popular than the ellipticals.
Yes.
And it's the same people on there every single time. I think a good take-home message from this rant that we're doing right now is just switch it up.
You have to.
You know, don't get used to doing it. If you love the Stairmaster, guess what? It's because you're probably good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So go get on something that you're not good on. Get on the rower, get on the elliptical, do some burpees. I hate burpees. It's because I'm not good at them.
Right.
If I could do 50 burpees in a row, I probably wouldn't hate them.
Mm-hmm. It's true. You know, and this is, again, can be something we spend a whole podcast on, but doing the same thing every single day, which we've talked about this on a podcast before. If you do the same exact thing every single day, you're actually in worse shape a year from now than you are today. Because again, as we've just said a little bit ago, that we're aging and the muscles are getting older, the bones are getting older. So if we're doing the same exact exercise today, a year from now, we're actually not better, versus if we are continuing to do different types of strength training and changing up what we're doing and increasing weight, or was it numbers?
Yep.
Quantity,
sets, reps,
reps. Yep. Frequency. Yep. If we're constantly changing that and increasing it, then we are actually better a year from now than we are today. So that's one thing. But two, the body quits responding to doing the same thing every day, whether it's exercise or food. If you do the exact same thing every day, your metabolism is not going to respond to that anymore. It's monotonous. It's the same. It's used to it.
And this is something that I struggle with every single day, because we don't work out together anymore. Usually only on Sundays we do. And every time I go to the gym, it's really easy for me to do 4 minutes on the rower, 5 minutes on the elliptical, 5 minutes on the Stairmaster, and then go to the UB or whatever it is. So I have to consciously tell myself, okay, this morning start on the Stairmaster and do it for this amount of time. So switching up the routine that I do, meaning like just switch up the machine, switch up the duration. Like when we work out at home, we have a spin bike at home, and I used to work out first and then do my spin class at the end of the workout. The past couple of weeks, I've been doing this spin workout before I do my workout, and it's just completely changed my workouts. But you can only do it for so long. I'm going to have to switch it back again at some point. Maybe I'll do half of my workout, spin, and then do the other half. But the point of it is just to keep changing it.
Right, right.
Good?
Yeah. Do we have time to talk about your question?
Barely. I mean, geez Louise, we got on a rant there.
We did. And I could keep going, but
yeah,
I won't.
So I'll do a real quick one.
Okay.
Remember the last time I did a real quick one?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This one's important though, because I hear this one so many times, especially when I'm trying to have a conversation with somebody that has not done business with us yet. And they'll say something along these lines. Yeah, the reason why I called you was because my back went out. But now my back feels fine, so I don't need to come in. Yeah, my knee was bothering me for a while, but it's actually starting to feel better, so I don't think I need to come in. Mm. Yeah, I think I slept wrong and my neck had a kink in it, but now it's loosened up, so I don't need to come in.
They healed themselves.
They're like magicians, abracadabra, healed. Jesus hands, just put your hands on them. Jesus healed. Here's the one thing that I can guarantee you with 100% certainty. if you have a chronic issue, meaning that you've got back pain that just kind of comes and goes, nothing really serious. Sometimes it's serious, but it kind of just resolves itself and it just comes and goes. And it goes, and you think that you don't need to come see me. Here's the one thing I can guarantee you. It will come back. Mm-hmm. And it will come back worse. Because if you didn't do anything to make it go away, then you didn't fix a problem. You just rested and you quit moving, and things heal when you quit moving. So the inflammatory process went away and it doesn't hurt anymore. But if you didn't do anything to actually make it go away, it will come back, and it usually comes back worse. So this is for everybody that's listening, because it's very rare that anybody over the age of 40 doesn't have something that they're dealing with, whether it's a knee tweaking every once in a while, an elbow that bothers them, maybe a carpal tunnel thing, a neck that gets stiff on them. Back pain is probably the biggest one. It just takes me a little while. This is the most common one I hear. It just takes me a little while to get moving in the morning, and then my back's fine. Mm-hmm. That's not right.
Right.
That's wrong.
It's not normal.
It will get worse. I guarantee it will get worse. It's just when. It's just a matter of time. So this goes back to the ounce of prevention thing. There's a reason why there's annual checkups. You go to the doctor every single year, once a year, to get an annual checkup so you can get your blood work done to see, oh yeah, my cholesterol's good or my cholesterol's bad. My blood pressure is good, my blood pressure is bad. Ruling out red flags, trying to catch things before they happen. There's a reason why you do that. Same thing should be happening on the physical state. You should not be waiting to come see me until you can't walk.
Right.
Like, if something's not right, that means there's a problem there.
Right. The longer you wait, the more damage, the more we have to reverse.
Yep. So we got a boat now, and my stepdad, he's been a captain his whole life, so grew up on boats. I grew up on boats too, and he's got this saying, because he's got two younger captains that are working with him right now and running charters for him. And his saying is, little noises become big problems. So anybody that has a boat can relate with this. When you hear a little noise, you better figure out what the hell that noise is. Do not wait for the noise to get louder. It's different from a car. Because when a car breaks down, you're usually around civilization. When your boat breaks down, you're usually in the middle of the water, and it's way more expensive. But anyways, little noises create big problems. So when you hear that noise in the engine on a boat, you better figure it out right then and there, or as soon as possible, or that thing's going to turn into a real big noise that's going to cost a lot of money and heartache and hassle and all this. It's the same exact thing with the human body. When you are stiff in the morning, it just takes you 30 minutes or an hour to get moving in the morning, and then you're quote unquote fine for the rest of the day. That's the equivalent of a little noise. Something is going on there. Like, that's going to turn into a big problem. Same thing is true after a round of golf. I'm fine. I can play through a whole round of golf, and then just right at the end, I just start to get stiff, or I feel a little ache in my low back, and it's fine after I have a drink or I pop a couple Advil, and it's fine. No, it's not. That's the little noise. It will turn into a bigger, more expensive, more time-consuming problem. So hopefully that was quick. I think I got through that in less than 5 minutes. That's probably a record.
Yeah.
Little noises create big problems. That's a take-home message from my end today.
I like that. And that can really go for many things in life.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Well, there's certain things where it's like, okay, I just need the noise to be a little bit louder before I can figure out what the problem is. But it's very rare. Mm-hmm. In boats and humans, boats and bodies, it's not true. Like, you got to figure it out right then and there. You feel a little noise, you hear a little noise. Let's figure it out.
Right.
Good?
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Share this podcast with somebody that needs to hear that. Little noises create big problems. Please do that. Share this with somebody else, and make sure you subscribe to my other podcast, the Long Balls Golf Podcast. Check out our Bonita location. Check out all our socials. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We've got information everywhere. Oh, don't forget that we've got tons of free reports on our website. So we sent out an email a couple of weeks ago letting everybody know because we hadn't done this in a while. But we've got 3 free reports on all 3 of our websites. So there's 3 free reports on the PT website, burmanpt.com. There's 3 free reports on the wellness website, burmanpt.com/wellness. And there's 3 free reports on the golf website, burmangolf.com. So check them out, download them, get some more information, spread the knowledge.
Free reports being free knowledge,
Free
basically.
knowledge, yeah.
Things about what we do that can help you.
Things about little noises.
Little noises, yeah. That can help you prevent big problems.
Yeah.
So, cool. All right. See
Good.
you next week.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.
See ya.
Thank you for subscribing on your social media and podcast platforms to the Berman Method. Dr. Jake Berman with Berman Physical Therapy and Jenny Berman, Physician Assistant with Berman Health and Wellness. You can find more information on our website, www.bermanpt.com for physical therapy, bermanpt.com/wellness for the health and wellness. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and on your podcast platform. So be sure to follow us, like us, subscribe to us. And if you would like any further information, definitely visit our website and reach out to us. You may also find our free reports on the websites as well, where you can download this free information for yourself. Have a great day.